This is Virgo dealing with Gemini. Now, in the past position, you have the Four of Pentacles reversed. You have the Five of Pentacles. These were definite cards that flew out. But then these cards came out as well, but not so strongly. The Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So, in the past energy, some of you may have wanted to be in control in this connection. There could have been some insecurities there when it came to having control and the fear of losing control. Maybe for others, it was being with someone only for financial support and feeling like you couldn't leave, like you were trapped. But there was definitely some kind of fear here. Maybe one fear, maybe lots of fear, and some unhappiness possibly. Which makes sense, because when you're so fearful of something happening, that can cause you to be unhappy. You're not in the moment. For some, it was due to some infidelity, or fear of infidelity. You have two cards here showing a marriage or a celebration. Two cards here, one happy and one sad. The strong card that came out was the sad card. This was the not so, strong card, the happy card. So I'm looking at that as maybe you were worried. Maybe you wanted marriage, but you were worried about possible infidelity. It was a fear. You maybe wanted the marriage, the happily ever after, but the insecurities were just too strong. Maybe you were actually married, but had so many insecurities that kind of made things not work out for you. And why? The Five of Pentacles talks about, in some cases, things that have happened to you already, which causes the fear and makes you look at things in a different way when it comes to an outcome of a situation. Replaying the past came out as well. So maybe in past relationships, you had to deal with infidelity. For some of you, you were so fearful that you possibly did some detective work. That came to mind. Detective work, like almost like a stalker, like stalking someone's social media maybe, or looking through their phone just to see if you can uncover some type of dirt on this other person. You both weren't on the same page in the past. Maybe one person was thinking everything was okay, and the other person had all of this fear inside of them. Maybe there were arguments and bad attitudes and anger due to fear. A lot of times when people, they say that anger comes from fear. Okay? For the current energy, someone could be in an energy of just being with someone for financial stability, someone that has status, or the status that you have while together, like a power couple, or just something that looks good on the outside is the best way that I can sum it up. Maybe that's, for some people, that's why you're in this still. Not so much for love. It's kind of like, well, they're a good provider, they're a stable person or provider, or we can afford to look good and go on expensive trips. For others, they take care of the household. For others, I don't want to be alone. For others, I want to be married, and this seems like the best person for the job? Or what would my family say if we broke up? Or I learn a lot from this person. Or we have a family, I can't leave, feeling trapped in this. For some of you, it's we can't get divorced. That goes against my religious beliefs. That goes against my family. What would my family say if we got divorced? What about my stable home? What about my children having a two-parent household? Okay. But you may not be happy. You could be doing all of this just for the children. Look at the oracle cards that came out. It's like, I'll take one for the team. I'll stay. But you're still haunted from your past, by your past. For some of you, like I said, this comes out in anger. It's a fear or something that comes out in anger. For some of you, like I said, it's all about the money. Not saying that you're a gold digger. I mean, don't mind this at the gold digging at the top. I'm focused more on all about the money. It could just be about financial reasons, but you're basically like living behind a mask because this isn't an authentic thing for you. Possibly you don't want to repeat patterns. Maybe you grew up in poverty. Mood swings. This is how it's manifesting. It's coming out as mood swings. Like I said, children involved. These are all the cards that came out. You could have children involved, and then there's children in this picture right here. You could be dealing with some conflict. And that's because maybe for some of you, you're not being, well, most of you, I guess I would say, that are in this type of, that this reading is resonating. It's, you can't express this stuff to your partner because that would be bad. That would look bad. For some of you, I'm not saying that it's lust for the person that you're with. I'm saying that maybe it's not a very passionate type relationship and you are lusting for other people because you're not really happy here, but you don't want to leave. For some, there is either you are the one that's being manipulative or someone in this connection is being manipulative or surrounding this connection. Watches everything. That goes back to the past where you saw the stalker vibes feeling played out. For some, maybe you have dealt with infidelity here and you don't want to stay, but you feel as if you can't leave. Home worries. Once again, it could have something to do with, well, I don't want to leave because this is a stable home. Triggered, facing shadows. It's about being authentic, expressing yourself in hiding. It goes back to the mask card. Not on the same page again. Let me see. Didn't that come out? Yeah. Totally different deck. On the same page, but I looked at it as not on the same page. And then not on the same page. And draining to depletion. You feel drained by this possibly because this is not really what you want to be in. Now for the future energy, there will have to be a conversation where you express yourself and you stick up for yourself, your needs, your values. But you also will have to listen to your partner and their needs and their values. There is hope for this connection, judging by these cards, but it's only if you both want this and want to work for it. But someone with this moon here will possibly need to tap more into their feelings and to just stop the illusions here. It could be revealed, it could come out on its own, but it's looking more like this is something that's undercover and it needs to be revealed. And I decided to do a Kipper and toil and labor. This is like something that you don't want to do, but it has to be done. It's like going with the motions. And mature man, for some of you, you may reach out to someone that may give you some good advice. So I hope this helps. I'll see you later.